in the kitchen, so you know what that means. Your girl finna cook. This is like a video that I've never done on my channel, but I have been interested in doing. This ain't no recipes I created. It's stuff that I found online and I like to make, so I'm gonna share with y'all one of my favorites today. Wait, I gotta get the name of it again. I'm making some country fried buttermilk chicken tenders, and if y'all don't know, your girl loves chicken tenders, and this has become one of my favorite tender recipes. And be able to make it myself, it blew me away when I made it the first time. I'm just like, damn, your girl did her thing. But yeah, I'll have the recipe below. I found the video on YouTube, and then like I found the actual recipe listed or whatever. But yeah, I'll put that in the description box below. But yeah, we're finna get cooking today. So first we're gonna make a like marinade so it can marinate. Oh yeah, and I'm also gonna be making some white rice, which I love rice. Like I could eat rice every day. Yes, I really could. And also some Brussels sprouts. And yeah, let's get to it. So basically I'm gonna be using some whole culture buttermilk. I need an onion, some garlic. It says garlic cloves, but I just get this kind. And lastly, some salt. And when I cook, I get real technical, so I pull out the measuring cups, the measuring bowls, the spoons, all of that. Like I want it to the T or what the recipe said. I ain't been cooking for that long, but your girl be trying stuff and it be turning out pretty good. So also the recipe that I have counts for like 1.5 pounds of chicken, and I'm pretty sure I probably have like half of that. The recipe that I put in the description box would be a little bit different than my measurements, but you know, you just gauge it to how much chicken you're using and to your taste buds. You can add more of seasoning, take out. It's all up to you when you be cooking, really. So I'm gonna be using like a cup of buttermilk. So go ahead and get 1 cup. Then it says 3 cloves of garlic, but I just kind of eyeball this and use my minced garlic. Then we need some salt. Then I'm gonna do like a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And then we need to cut up some of this onion and throw that in there too. So I have my chicken here, and we're just gonna be putting these into our mixture. I don't know if I said it, but my chicken is nice and washed now. Make sure you wash your meat.
I washed the chicken, so I don't want to hear nothing about nobody saying I didn't wash the darn meat.
I'm just making sure everything is getting nicely coated and submerged in the mixture. So now that I've made my marinade and I have my chicken in here, everything's nice and ready to go. I'm gonna put this in the refrigerator. So the recipe does say for 4 hours to overnight, but I don't think I can wait 4 hours because I probably should have made this earlier. But I feel like with a marinade, you should at least let it marinate for like a good 30 minutes. So we may do like 1 hour or 2 hours, and then we're gonna get ready to start cooking our chicken tenders. So the next step for these chicken tenders is making your like batter and adding spices and everything. So I have some all-purpose flour, some baking soda. I got baking soda. And then we have some sugar. We got some more salt. We have onion powder, garlic powder, and parsley. It also calls for pepper and smoked paprika, but every time I go to the store when I want to make this, ain't no smoked paprika. Like smoked paprika must really be hitting because it don't never be none in the store. But I did learn that you can substitute a mixture of chili powder and cumin, basically like a 2-to-1 ratio. I believe you put a little bit more of the chili powder and then a little of the cumin, and then I use that as a substitute for the smoked paprika. So I'm going to be using like a 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour. Then I'll be taking about a 1/2 teaspoon of the baking powder. The recipes, like I said, does call for like an increased amount of these, but because I don't have as much chicken, I'm going to be using less ingredients. I'm going to use a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And I don't have pepper, so we're gonna go in with the onion powder, half a teaspoon of the garlic powder, half a teaspoon of sugar, half a teaspoon of the parsley, and then we're gonna do a little bit of both of the chili powder and the cumin. So now I'm ready to batter my chicken. So I'm about to go get it out the fridge. So it has been about 2.5 hours. What I'm gonna be doing is taking my chicken from out of this mixture, getting some batter all on it, and then placing it on this little cookie sheet to let it settle for a little bit so that it can stick for like 20 minutes. So I just kind of dig around in this mixture, shake some of this excess off. All right, that piece looks pretty good. I'll just lay it here. Move on to the next piece. I just finished battering my chicken. Gonna let this set aside for about 20 minutes so everything can stick together nice and good, so that when it's nice and crispy, the skin doesn't like flake and fall off. You wanna make sure it's gonna stick good. So as this sits, I'm about to go ahead and get my oil going so it can be nice and hot when I put my chicken in it. And I'm also about to go ahead and crank my rice up. So I'm gonna take a little bit of the batter and test it to see if my oil is hot enough. Oh yeah, I think it's ready. It's time to get these chicken tenders going. Taking one of my chicken tenders and placing it into the grease. Slowly. See how it's real calm? That's good. It begins to start looking a little brown on the bottom, and then I'll flip it so the other side can get cooked. My water for my rice is nice and boiling. 1 cup of rice. And that in. Bring it back to a boil. We're gonna turn down the temperature and put the lid on, let that cook. So usually like once the oil is starting to calm down and quiet down, that's when I flip it. See, it looks brown. Looking nice and brown. Yep, we're gonna go ahead and take these out. And I have this little area made with some paper towels, help drain some of that oil. Those are already looking delicious. So now just gonna move on to the last 3. And I told y'all that I was also making Brussels sprouts, so I'm finna get these going. I could heat them in the microwave, but I like cooking stuff on the stove. Stuff on the stove hit better, like food is just meant to be cooked on the stove. So I'm about to go ahead and put my Brussels sprouts in my pot and warm them up for like 10 minutes. And these are mad good. All they have on it is sea salt and cracked pepper. But they're good. So I finished making my food. I am so ready to sit down and eat. My feet hurt. I'm hungry. It's late now. It's like almost 11 o'clock at night. Yeah, I'm finna eat. I'm gonna put me some hot sauce on my tenders. Make me a cup of some fruit punch and relax. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did want to try the chicken tender recipe, I'll have it in the description box below. I'll catch y'all in the next video.